Would you trade your Bitcoin for a stock promising passive income? Some investors are doing just that with MSTY, but here's what they're not telling you. If you're holding Bitcoin for financial freedom, this decision could actually cost you everything. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to break down for you what is MSTY stock, the risks, and what you must know before you actually make any move. MSTR is the original Class A common stock provided by Strategy, which enables Michael Saylor to issue debt, whether it's through at the market offering ATM or actually issuing other forms of debt in order to get money to buy more Bitcoin, so he can accumulate as many Bitcoins as he can and stashes them under his corporate treasury. It's based on volatility because, according to him, and I agree with it, that volatility is what drives liquidity in any capital markets. But ever since he's actually created and issued a brand new stock, which is called MSTY, is actually bringing in more levels of volatility to accumulate additional streams of capital so it can continue to buy more Bitcoin in its corporate stash. So this is just an ongoing strategy of his, but what is not really clear, and this is where I'm trying to explain to investors out there to really tread with care and caution, that both the MSTR and the MSTY, which is pretty much a high volatility stock play that actually tracks the movement of the underlying MSTR stock price, but it really comes with risks because not every type of investor are in a position to start to speculate whenever the movements go up on the MSTR stock price or equally when it goes down. I've actually come across very concerned videos on YouTube which I want to bring to your attention. On the one hand, I'm hearing how wonderful playing the MSTY stock trade will give you a guaranteed stream. A guaranteed stream, I stress the word guaranteed, monthly income stream through this speculation and trading with the MSTY stock. That is a red flag because it's not true. And on the other hand, which is very worrying, advocating to people, particularly Bitcoiners out there who have Bitcoins held in their cold storage or in their hardware wallet, they're actually telling them you should actually sell those off and invest in the MSTY stock trade instead. Now this is absolutely crazy and highly dangerous. These type of highly volatile stocks are purely based on market hype and the macro sentiment. It's very, very difficult to actually time the market in which of these two directions any stock price will go, let alone MSTR or this MSTY. So you need to really tread with extreme care and caution, and please don't ever relinquish your actual hard-earned Bitcoin holdings in your cold storage in lieu of playing this type of MSTY trade bets. This is very, very dangerous because what is at risk? You could actually lose all of your Bitcoin holdings as a result. And particularly for the rest of us who've actually have worked extremely hard to convert our hard-earned fiat or money to Bitcoin precisely for the reasons to actually hold it into the long term in the cold storage device, not on centralized exchange platforms because the counterparty risk is there, but not under a self-custody arrangement. This highly volatile stock trade, which I insist may not be the right type of investment vehicle for absolutely every type of investor out there. Of course, you need to investigate and research what is the MSTY, right? Which is pretty much just two options. There's the put option, which is if there is a perception that that stock price is going to go down any moment in time, that would enable day traders to speculate the downward pressure of the MSTR stock price. And conversely, if there is a sentiment that the MSTR stock price is going to go and shoot up the roof, there is what they call a covered call option that would be able to capitalize on the price increase of the MSTR stock price. So these are the two available options to place your MSTY stock trades. And if you feel that this might be an interesting option for you, I would certainly not relinquish any of your hard-earned Bitcoin holdings. And of course, you need to do your own research beforehand. So in summary, keep your Bitcoin holdings in your cold storage into the long term and divorce yourself please from any wonderful speculative assets that approach you with, because they're trying to target Bitcoiners and it's starting to tell them you need to start relinquishing those because they're not generating in an income. When in fact, if you hold it to the long term, you don't play around with it. You don't sell them off in lieu of any type of asset out there that gives you this kind of promises, wonderful promises that you can earn income. That's a red flag for me. So if you enjoyed today's episode, please don't forget to hit the like button, to share this video please to other like-minded individuals, colleagues and friends. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel, as I regularly publish some interesting videos such as these, anything to do with Bitcoin, blockchain technology and the future of finance. So till next time.